Tax season is upon us, and my guest this morning is the Vice President of Volunteer Programs at AARP Foundation, Mioshi Moses. Welcome to Jersey Magazine, and let's talk taxes.
All right. Thank you for having me.
I know that now through April 15th, AARP Foundation Tax-Aide is providing free tax assistance and preparation. What's the history behind AARP Foundation Tax-Aide?
AARP Foundation Tax-Aide, we've been around since 1968. We have, it's the largest free volunteer-powered tax prep program in the country. We have 3,600 sites nationwide with thousands of IRS certified volunteers ready and willing to help older adults file their taxes.
Who qualifies for tax-aide?
While we focus on serving older adults living with low to moderate income, tax-aide is available to anyone. As long as your tax return falls within the IRS guidelines our volunteers are certified to handle.
I know as we get older, a lot of different factors come in, whether it's pensions or it's Medicaid, Medicare, you've got Social Security factoring in. How complicated does that all get?
That's absolutely right, Jim. Those elements make taxes much more complex and complicated. In addition, older adults are facing life changes like the loss of a spouse or higher medical expenses. All of those can have an impact on your taxes. So it's important to make sure that you are getting all of the credits and deductions that you've earned and are eligible for. Our tax-aide volunteers are trained for all those circumstances and will help older adults make sure that they get that money, their hard-earned money, back in their pockets.
What are some of the biggest tax changes that are impacting seniors this year, Mioshi?
This year, the big changes are coming from the federal tax law updates that are it's really having a meaningful impact on older adults. In fact, one of the newest tax law changes is the senior bonus deduction. It is for people who are age 65 and older who meet certain income requirements. This year, that deduction can be up to $6,000. Real impact.
Now, I know that you want to get this done as quickly as possible, but for listeners who may procrastinate a little bit as we go through the process and get closer to April 15th, what would you suggest that they do as they start to get into the tax season, to prepare, maybe get forms together? What do they need to do?
Sure. Most important is to go to our website at aarpfoundation.org/tax-help, where they can use a site locator to find a site near them, and then they can make an appointment. And on that site, we also have information of what to bring. We want to make sure that we have all the information to complete an accurate tax return. So some of the things that'll be needed are a government photo ID, government issued photo ID, a Social Security card, any communication with the IRS, and of course any financial forms, 1099 or W-2. Those are the basics, but we have a full checklist of all the documents that are required on our website.
And is there a virtual option as well? You just mentioned coming in. Is there also a virtual option?
Yes, there are, Jim. There is, Jim. We are really working to make it accessible to everyone. So you can go into a site and have a volunteer prepare your taxes. You can go into a site and work with a volunteer to help you file your taxes on your own. And then we do have virtual options in certain sites. So we want to meet taxpayers where they are so that we can help make sure that they are getting their refunds and credits and deductions that they've earned.
And once again, where can our listeners go for more information, Mioshi?
They can go to our website, aarpfoundation.org/tax-help.
And again, that is now through April 15th, AARP Foundation Tax-Aide, free tax assistance and preparation. Mioshi Moses, thank you very much for your time this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.